That's right, folks. Welcome back to the show. You got the American Adversaries full 2 hours tonight. The Rays season is over, and they went out in a big fashion, but unfortunately they are not in the post-game or postseason, so there won't be any game tonight, or not until next April for the real season game. All right, once again, I am Christopher Hart, and in the studio with me this afternoon is Colonel Danny McKnight, and now we have on the line another general of the American Adversaries Army, and that would, of course, be our very own Abe Katsman coming to us live from Jerusalem. Hello, Abe. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. Sorry about the Rays.
Well, we kind of knew for a while that they weren't going to go any further, so we kind of were prepared for the end of the season. But they had a big game yesterday, so hopefully it'll start off next season the way they ended this one. Abe, real quick, what's the weather like over there tonight?
Things are not bad. They're fairly clear. It's kind of a late summer, early fall kind of night. We just finished our holiday of Sukkot. We just finished that here.
Right.
And people are well, in a mixed mood because things have been there's been a lot of violence here. So even though it was a very nice holiday for most people, there were some terrorist killings and there are riots going on. People here are a little bit tense.
Well, the killings have been pretty horrific. Evidently, some fathers and mothers killed right in front of their children.
Yeah, that's right. One of them was there was a car with two parents and 4 kids, and a car full of Palestinian terrorists pulled up alongside them, opened fire, and killed the parents. And there was also a stabbing in the old city where I believe I know 2 people were killed and 1 was badly injured, and I think there was a 2-year-old who was also injured.
Have the perpetrators been caught?
I believe the perpetrators of the drive-by road shooting were just caught. And the perpetrator of the attack in the old city, the stabbing attack, I think was shot dead on site by law enforcement that came to the rescue.
Now, these attacks, are they being conducted by any one group, or is it Hamas, Hezbollah, and Fatah all doing this on their own, or what seems to be going on?
Well, Hamas seem to have done the drive-by, but Fatah has claimed credit for the stabbing attack. And I think they called the terrorist a hero, and it was a heroic act. There's a lot being stirred up right now amongst the Palestinians, and it's very disturbing. Nobody in Israel knows exactly what and why things are happening. These things are happening and why they're happening now. But there does seem to be kind of a stirring of the pot by Mahmoud Abbas, even by King Abdullah in Jordan, and by some radical Israeli Arabs, and by certain other Palestinian leaders. We spoke, I think it was last week, about the Temple Mount, about riots on the Temple Mount, and there were all these statements made about they don't want the Jews desecrating it with their filthy feet. That was one statement. You read the language, you hear these statements, and you can't believe these are things coming out of the mouths of political leaders. But this is the way to talk. This is the way the speech has been.
Do you think that there's any connection with the Russians and what they're doing in Syria, moving into Syria in force? Do you think that there's some sort of coordination on a higher level?
I don't think those 2 things are directly linked. It's hard to say exactly what they're thinking. Mahmoud Abbas spoke before the UN last week, and for a while now, and there, he's basically said that he can't deal with Israel anymore, and that requires they need international action.
As a matter of fact, didn't he also denounce at the UN the Oslo Accords?
He did. He hasn't gone so far as to tear them up or to announce the end of security coordination between his Palestinian security forces and the Israeli Defense Forces. But he did basically say that he in essence said that Oslo was dead.
Now, you explained before the difference between Hezbollah, Hamas, and Fatah. Now, Hezbollah and Hamas get their funding primarily from Iran. Is that correct? Am I remembering?
That is correct.
And
yeah.
Fatah is more the Palestinian Authority.
Correct.
All right. Are they all
scorecard? All right.
All right. Well, but on the Muslim front, are they all Shia, or are they all Sunni, or part Shia, part Sunni?
Hezbollah is Shia, and Fatah and Hamas are almost entirely Sunni.
Well, how is it then that Iran also helps out Hamas? Because Iran obviously is Shia.
That's true.
But I tell you,
in this case, I think they'll make an exception.
All right, the enemy of my enemy.
In the Middle East, the enemy, exactly. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
All right, hey, we're up against the break. We come. Colonel McKnight and I want to talk to you about the Prime Minister Netanyahu's speech.